Auburn got a two-run homer.
Senior hitting .298, 4 doubles
Friday against
homers.
Tresvs hit one deep to right. Was caught though. She walks
Kavon's
a lot.
First pitch to
strike out a lot.
Peralta
Stolen a lot of
bases.
bases. Ball 1, 2-1 offering. On the Auburn shortstop. Lifted over the right side, back out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of now on the lineup, including Tresvs and Peralta for the Tigers.
Kavon has pitched in both games
playing back for Texas. And she's earned both victories.
Low ball
she went 4 scoreless in the game on Friday.
Having some trouble finding the strike zone here early on. Cloudy skies to get this game underway.
4, allowed 2 hits in that one. 2-2
starting to see a little bit of blue,
just a bit high for ball 3.
A little bit of sunlight off in the distance, shining through the clouds.
And then yesterday she came on
about
relief.
81 degrees. 2-0 pitch.
Mac Morgan. Hall finished up the last 2 innings.
Inside corner.
3 strikeouts, 1 hit, with no runs allowed.
3-2 on Tresvs, leading off the ball game.
So 2-1 now on Peralta. Kavon's payoff pitch. Off speed, tapped foul over toward the third base dugout, and it remains
Peralta,
3 balls,
swing and a miss. The Longhorns defensively have Reese Atwood behind the plate.
First base, Katie Simis.
Peralta 1 for 7 with a triple
throughout
Leanne Good at short, and
the series so far.
Playing third base
today, hit 1.
Katie Stewart deep to right down the line, went off the glove of
this weekend for the Tigers, and much of this season hitting .473.
Still 3-2 here on Tresvs. No one out.
Leading off the Auburn half first inning. First pitch to Adams.
Kavon
for strike 1. Off the inside, ball 4. And Tresvs takes the leadoff walk. Tresvs yesterday
Kavon, that is
Silali Gutierrez started she's allowed this year. Started the game with a shot down strike 2 call.
And the count 0-2 on
tried
Adams.
to backhand, and it was in out of her glove for an infield hit. 2 batters later
from Liberty, Indiana.
Auburn got a 2-run homer and took the lead.
5 feet 5 inches
on
tall.
Friday against Kavon, Tresvs hit one deep to right.
0-2.
Kavon to the plate.
Kavon's first pitch
hit on
to
the ground,
Nelia
a couple of hops
Peralta
right to shortstop
low.
Leanne Good. Ball 1. She picks it up and fires on to first out number 1. Shortstop. A lot of seniors in the lineup, including Tresvs and Peralta for the Tigers.
So the Longhorns able to get an out.
Field playing back for Texas.
Auburn up 2-0.
1-0 pitch.
In the top of the first
low
inning.
ball
2
down. And here's KK McCrary
having some trouble finding the strike zone here early on. Cloudy skies to get this game underway.
Leaning over toward the plate.
Starting to see a little bit of
First
blue
pitch to McCrary in there, strike 1.
A little bit of sunlight off in the distance, shining through the clouds.
McCrary batting .263.
Temperature right about
8
81
doubles
degrees.
and 4 homers.
2-0 pitch.
23 RBI.
Called strike 1 on the inside corner. Infield back for Texas. The outfield straight up medium depth as McCrary hits a soft line drive foul up the first base line. So 2-1 now on Peralta. 0-2. Deegan Kavon coming off her second career NFCA pitcher of the week
and a miss. And it's 2-2.
The previous week, which included
Peralta
the Monday game
with a
at
triple
Ohio State.
She won series so far.
2 wins on
Yesterday,
Saturday.
One
deep to right down the line, went off the glove of
weekend
just
for the
Tigers
on
much of this season, hitting .473. The count now 1-2.
No one out. Base is now empty as the first pitch to Adams spins in for a strike 1. She struck out, I think it was 19 and 15 innings, and earned that National Pitcher of the Week award.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Kavon, that is the 6th home run she's allowed this year. Inside with McCrary jumping back.
Strike 2 called. And the count 0-2 on Adams. The freshman from Liberty, Indiana. 5 feet 5 inches tall. Kavon. 0-2. Kavon to the plate.
Right-hander's 2-2
pitch. Hit on the ground.
A couple of
fouls
by
by the
McCrary.
shortstop Leanne Good.
She picks it up and fires on to first out. Number
remains 2-2.
1. Longhorns entering the weekend in the NCAA's RPI rankings.
So the Longhorns able to get an out. Auburn up 2-0
in the top 10.
In the top 9.
Of the first inning.
Auburn
One
was
down.
number 6.
And here's KK McCrary. Rankings that mainly weight heavily in a batter.
Slightly open stance, leaning over
down the right
plate.
side, out of play. Still 2-2.
First
Pitch to McCrary in there, strike 1. Rankings heavily weight the McCrary batting .263, 8 doubles and 4 homers.
Non-conference schedule at this point.
23
The
RBI.
Longhorns did play a very strong non-conference schedule. Infield back for
2
Texas.
balls, 2
strikes.
straight up
McCrary.
depth as McCrary hits a soft line drive foul to the first base line.
Swing and a miss. Count now 0-2.
Up top, out number 2.
Deegan Kavon coming off her second career NFCA Pitcher of the Week award.
The entirety of
the previous week, which included the Monday game at Ohio State.
And here's Anna Wohlers. 2 wins on Saturday.
Softball website does put together their approximation of the RPI.
I think it's usually pretty accurate.
The count now 1-2.
And they keep it updated daily. As the first pitch to Anna Woolers is off the outside, ball one. Out, I think it was 19 to 15 innings and earned for Auburn up the plate. National Pitcher of the Week. 2-0 Auburn in the top. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 out. The bases empty. The NCAA's RPI with McCrary Monday through Friday. Back briefly. 1-0 offering. 2-2 now the count. Again off the outside, and it's 2-0. And in the D1 softball RPI, Florida number 1. Right-hander's 2-2 pitch. Number 9 foul by McCrary off her leg in the batter's box. The 2-0 from Kavan. It remains 2-2. Pops it over the left side into the netting. Longhorns entering the weekend. Third base dugout. NCAA's RPI. The Longhorns, with yesterday's win over Auburn, jumped 4 spots in their RPI. In the top 10. Number 9. I assume it's updated as of yesterday. They don't have a date on it. But mainly the record weighs heavily as that 2-2 pitch is lifted down the right side. Out of play. 2 spots overall throughout the weekend. 2-1 pitch. Rankings heavily weighted in on Woolers. 3-1. Auburn, the non-conference schedule at this point. The Longhorns in the last 7 days. Very strong. Now at number 10 in the RPI, that D1 softball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on McCrary. One out, and the base is empty. Curious. Number 37 overall strength. Swing and a miss. Gets her up top. 3-1. Out number 2. Kavan deals. Swing and a miss. And the count goes full. On conference-wise, Texas strength schedule 95th. And here's Anna Woolers. The D1 softball website does put together their approximation of the RPIs on a leadoff walk and then a solo, rather a 2-run home run to center field. They keep it updated daily. It's the first pitch to Anna Woolers. 2-0 go to the bottom first. Texas softball continues left-handed batter. Straight day, a 2-run home run in the first. So the Longhorns playing from behind as they step to 2 out. The bases empty. Ashton Maloney, Caden Henry, the NCAA's RPI ranking updated Monday against Auburn left-hander S.J. Guerin, redshirt sophomore from Leander. Again off the outside. Went to Oklahoma out of high school. And pitched for Oklahoma last year after redshirting in 2023. D1 softball RPI. And Florida number 1. This season with Auburn, 9 is 14-4 with a 196 ERA. Came into the weekend tied to a national lead, and Woolers pops it over the left side and into the netting. This is Auburn's 32nd game. Dugout. It's 2-1. Guerin is making the Longhorns with yesterday's win over Auburn jumped only the 6th time in their RPI. She's pitched 100 innings exactly. I assume it's updated as of yesterday. They don't have any stands on it. Left side, first pitch, slapped a line drive foul. The record, 30-2 for Texas. That into the edge of the stands on the third base side, just 2 spots overall where the netting reaches. 2-1 pitch above the dugout. Up and in on Woolers. 0-1 the count on Maloney. Auburn, Guerin, 93 hits allowed, dropped 5 spots average in the last 7 days. 20 walks and 58 strikeouts. Now at number 10 in the RPI that D1 softball has. Little soft line drive off the fist, number 37 the right side, a base hit for Maloney. The first baseman, Amelia Leck, was drawn in. Swing and a miss. Was over toward first base a couple of steps. But Maloney got just enough on it to get it through, and the Longhorns have their leadoff batter on base in the home half the first. Strength schedule 95th. So now Caden Henry steps in. S.J. Guerin pitched yesterday in Auburn, though, scores a pair of runs on a leadoff walk and then a solo, rather a 2-run home run. Change up over the outer half. Maloney stands there at the belt. Strike one. Pitch slapped a line defensively. Foul. Auburn has Kylie Brockman behind the plate. The edge of the stands on the third base second baseman with Nelia Peralta at netting reaches. Anna Woolers at third. KK McCrary the count on Maloney. Abby Smith in center. Isis Tresvik in right. 93 hits allowed. Ripping it to the gap left center field. Average. McCrary goes after it, dives and makes the catch so far. The 0-1. Little soft line drive off the fist a bit to the right side. A base hit for Maloney. McCrary. The first baseman, Amelia Leck, was drawn in. Second baseman, Rose Roach, was over toward first base a couple of steps. Maloney got just enough on it to get it through, and the Longhorns have their leadoff batter on base in the home half of the first. And here's Reese Atwood. So now Caden Henry steps in. Auburn's mainly been pitching around Atwood this weekend. Pitched yesterday in relief. Pitch from Guerin. And away ball 1. She came in with Auburn leading 3 times, twice intentionally yesterday. As the first pitch to Henry is a swing and a pop-up. 4 walks second base overall on the weekend for Atwood. Hit a 2-run home run in the first inning on Friday. He's not going to be happy with that first pitch. 2-out runner on first.
Longhorns down 2-0 as Atwood grounds to short.
Mia Scott now the hitter for
comes
Texas.
Up with it on to first. Hits the inning.
And entered the game yesterday. Longhorns after the leadoff hit, unable
the bottom of the third after
Strand Maloney on
starter
first
Isis Tresvik issued a
Texas
leadoff walk.
ended up
Top
being
of the order came up for
8th
Texas.
SEC Conference Series.
It was 5-0 Auburn as Scott takes the first pitch
just on
high,
Tuesday.
ball one. She allowed first pitch
Three-run
from
home run in the
Kavon,
fourth inning.
blown away to left.
Longhorns
The
scored
first baseman
on an
ball
infield
one.
hit in the 5th inning,
And
and
then
then
Longhorns back at home
Tuesday,
three-run
hosting
bomb
Stephen F.
in the
Austin.
7th inning. All 7 runs she allowed
road.
were earned. Next
1-0,
weekend at
the
Mississippi
pitch to
State.
Scott.
Change up over the outer half
pitch.
right there at the belt. Strike one.
away.
Defensively,
2 balls, no strikes.
Auburn has Kylie
After
Brockman
the Missouri series, they host Texas State.
Rose
on
Roach,
April
second
9th.
baseman, with Nelia Peralta at
And
short.
then that weekend,
Anna
they
Wohlers
host
at
third.
Tennessee. KK McCrary's in left.
11th through
Abby
13th
Smith in
and
center.
center.
Isis
April
Tresvik
17th through
in
19th.
right. Here's Scott ripping it.
2-0.
The gap left center field.
McCrary
Strike
goes
one.
after
The
it,
outer
dives
half,
and
Bubba
makes the
Dees.
catch.
2-1 count on Leck.
That one hung up just a
Leck
bit
hitting
too
161
long.
for the Longhorns.
62, a double triple home run
to 10 batted. Lay out for it. 2-1 offering. Pop up behind the plate.
Maloney was
Atwood looking
just a
for
step
it,
from
coming
second
back,
base when
and
that
that
ball
bounces.
was hot.
She returns
Foul
to
territory
territory
as it
and
came
here's
back
Reese
toward
Atwood.
the plate area. She was back toward the screen.
Auburn's mainly been pitching around Atwood this week. So Leck gets a reprieve as the first pitch
This is
from
a foul
Garrett.
ball.
And it's now 2-2.
away,
Ball one. Thousand
They
Oaks,
walked her
California
3 times,
native.
twice intentionally.
Started her
yesterday.
career at Maryland. It was a third team, 4
All
walks
region
overall
pick
in the
in
weekend
2023
for Atwood.
with
Hit a
Maryland.
2-run home run in the first inning on Friday.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 out, runner on first. Come on to the plate. Longhorns down.
Swing and a
2-0
miss.
as Atwood
Gets the
grounds
out
to
anyway.
short. And on a strike comes up with it. Change up there from Kavon.
So the Longhorns, after the leadoff hit, unable to do anything.
They strand Maloney on first base.
Out number 1,
And
third
Texas
strikeout in
turned
a
up
row
being
for Kavon, and here's
SEC
Kylie Brockman.
Conference Series. Well, the Longhorns now just on Tuesday. After the next 2 weeks on the road, first pitch
to a
from
gauntlet of
Kavon
SEC
is blown
play.
away to left. First baseman, ball one. As Brockman
Longhorns
stands
back
in
at home
from the right
Tuesday,
side.
hosting
First pitch.
Stephen F. Austin. Soft line drive
On the
hits
road.
the ground in front of Katie Simmons.
Weekend at
A
Mississippi
little bit of
State.
spin on it, but Simmons stays with it. Turns around, steps on the bat,
1-0
and there are
pitch.
2 down.
Up and away. 2 down,
2 balls,
bases
no
empty
strikes.
for Rose Roach.
After the Missouri series, they host Texas State
on April 9th. The Longhorns,
And then that
April
weekend,
11th through
they
13th,
host
host
Tennessee.
Tennessee. 17th through 19th, host LSU.
11th through 13th.
They go on the
host
road,
LSU,
April
visit
17th
Oklahoma
through 19th.
State
for a midweek game
2-0.
on April 23rd. Strike one over the outer half. Above pitch. Swing and a foul back. 2-1 count on
above
Leck.
our position.
Brockman on deck into the press box.
Leck hitting 161.
Out of play,
10 for
0-1.
62, a double triple home run.
Haven't had a
10
foul ball in
batted
here
in.
since 2017.
Been a while.
2-1 offering. Pop up.
And then
Behind
so
the
they
plate,
visit Oklahoma State for a
Atwood
midweek
looking
game,
for it,
and
coming back, and
they
it
play
bounces
out Oklahoma April
foul
25th
territory
through
as
27th.
it 0-1 came back toward the
High
plate area.
for
She
ball
was
one.
back toward the
1-1
screen.
on Roach.
So Leck gets a
Finish
reprieve.
up the regular season, hosting
Goes as a foul
Kentucky
ball.
May 1st through
And
the
it's now
3rd.
2-2.
2 out,
Thousand
bases
Oaks,
empty.
California
Top of
native.
the second.
Started her career
Corners
at
in
Maryland.
for Texas.
Was the
Third
third team
team
Roach
all
all-region pick in
Takes
2023
high.
with Maryland.
2 balls and a strike. 2 balls,
Roach
2 strikes.
batting 197,
On
has
the
a double and a home run.
Swing and a miss, and he gets the out anyway.
And on a
Longhorns
strikeout.
outfield at
Change up there from
pretty much normal
Kavon.
depth.
Gets
Leck a step
fishing.
shallower than normal. Out number 1, third strikeout in a row for Kavon, and here's Kylie Brockman.
pitch. Swing and foul back. Roach a good cut
The
on
Longhorns,
that one. And it's 2-2.
the
Next 2 weeks on the road, going through a gauntlet of SEC play. Brockman stands in from the right side. First pitch.
soft line
Number 9
drive,
hitter Abby
hits the
Smith
ground
on
in front
deck.
of Katie Simmons. A little bit of spin on it, but Simmons stays with
As
it.
Kavon
Turns around,
has the
steps on
sign.
the back.
We're
and
2-2
there are
down. Fouled away off. 2 down, bases empty for Rose Roach.
2-0 Auburn in the top
And 2-2
second.
the count remains. The Longhorns, April 11th through 13th, host Tennessee. 17th through 19th, host LSU. They go on the road, visit Oklahoma State
trying to
for
get
a
out of the
midweek
inning.
game on April 23rd. A strikeout and a ground out. First
Another
pitch.
2-2 offering.
Swing and a foul back.
Off speed,
Just
ringer up on the
above our
outside
position.
corner, called strike 3.
Into the press box. Out of play, 0-1.
4 strikeouts through 2 for
Had a foul
Kavon.
ball in here since 2017. Strikes out into short.
Been a while.
Guerin mentioned making just
And
her
then
6th
so they
start
visit
of the
Oklahoma
year.
State for a midweek game,
Pitching
and
in
they
the
play out
vast
Oklahoma
majority of
April
games
25th
that
through
Auburn has
27th.
played. 0-1.
high for ball one. Lefty's
1-1 on Roach.
Finds the front of the zone
Finish up the regular season, hosting Kentucky May 1st through the 3rd.
1-1 the count on Mitchell.
Guerin pitched 10 innings
empty
with Oklahoma last year, went 2-0 with a
0.70 ERA, 9 appearances, all in relief.
Second baseman Roach waits.
The 0-1 high. Up and away.
2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Roach batting 197,
4 hits,
a double and a home run,
3 walks, and 9 strikouts.
Longhorns
4 hits
outfield
included a double and a home run.
Pretty much normal depth. Maybe Caden Henry a step
to
shallower
Auburn
than normal after the season ended.
Katie Bennett playing
1-1
back
to
in
Mitchell.
second.
2-1 pitch.
Swinging
Foul
foul
back.
blown away, and it's 2 balls cut on that one. And it's 2-2. Guerin started in the second game of the season for Auburn this season.
Number 9 hitter Abby Smith on 1 run in 7 innings.
There's Mitchell dumping it into right center field. Has the sign. Her 2-2 pitch. Fouled away off the end of the bat.
Over the second baseman, short of Trespic, the right fielder hustling
and 2-2
over
the count remains.
Out off the end of the bat for Mitchell, but had enough on it. And so the Longhorns have their leadoff batter on base for the second straight inning.
Deegan trying to get out of the inning. And here's Katie Stewart for a strikeout in the grounder.
Another 2-2 offering.
Stewart steps up, ringer up on the against Guerin, jumped on the first pitch she saw and ended the game with a 3-run homer.
4 strikeouts through 2 for Cavan.
Stairs ball 1.
She strikes out into short.
Stewart hitting 362. Guerin, I mentioned, making
9
just her
home runs.
sixth
The team
start of the year.
49 runs
by
batted
pitching in the vast majority of games that Auburn has played. Runner on first. Lefty's first pitch. No one out for Texas, down 2-0. As Stewart
zone at the knee.
watches outside.
2 balls, no
the
strikes
count on Mitchell. Katie Stewart.
Guerin pitched 10 innings with Oklahoma last year, went 2-0 with a 0.70 ERA.
It was the first time Guerin had allowed 2 home runs in a game.
She 0-1. Allowed 5 home runs previously.
Up and away,
1 ball,
5
separate
strikes.
games. Stewart takes.
She allowed 4 hits,
up and in.
1 run, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts.
Simmons on deck. Those 4 hits included a double and a home run.
Catcher Brockman goes out to chat. Transferred to Auburn.
Guerin.
Season ended.
Stewart, by the way, with those 3 RBI yesterday, pulled herself into a tie with UCLA's Jordan Woolery for the number 2 spot in the nation in runs batted in. Taylor Shoemaker of Florida has 52.
Guerin started in the second game of the season for Auburn this season.
Here's Guerin with a 3-0.
North Carolina allowed 1
Upstairs
run in
ball.
7 innings. There's Mitchell dumping it into right center field.
Longhorns have the first runner in scoring position. Over the second baseman,
Katie Simmons
short of
is the
Trespic, the right fielder hustling over for it. Out off the end of the bat for Mitchell, but had enough on it. And so the Longhorns, right-handed batter, seeing her with a slightly open stance.
Second, no one out. Texas down 2.
And here's Katie Stewart.
First pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Stewart stepped up in the 7th yesterday against Guerin, jumped on the first pitch she saw and ended
a lot of playing time
recently. Was hit and miss to start the year.
First pitch here from Guerin.
Starting a couple of weekends ago in Columbus, Ohio. Stewart hitting 362. Make some good contact.
9 home runs, a team leading.
Shows
49
runs
back
batted
as the pitch misses inside. We're on first. 1-1 on Simmons. No one out for Texas, down 2-0.
Average, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs and 57 at bats. 2 balls, no strikes
on Katie
Stewart.
Stewart.
Out to center, maybe kind of out to left.
1-1, swing and a foul back.
It was the first time Guerin had allowed 2 home runs in a game. She had
Simmons now
behind
previously.
1 and 2. All 5 coming in 5 separate
Scoreboard
games.
In
Stewart straightaway center,
up
stretching into left center.
3-0.
Katie Simmons on deck.
Divert the wind.
The catcher Brockman goes out on either side of that scoreboard, which way Zach Guerin blowing.
1-2 pitch.
Stewart, by the way, with those 3 RBI yesterday.
Hitting on the top of the press box.
Herself into a tie with UCLA's Jordan Woolery for the number 2 spot in the nation in runs batted.
That one came all the way back down.
You heard that. Shoemaker of Florida has
gasp
52.
from the crowd,
leading the country. Here's Guerin with a 3-0. Upstairs ball. Mitchell on second, Stewart on first, and bottom of the second. 1-2.
Longhorns have their first runner in scoring position.
Simmons able to lay off.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Katie Simmons is the hitter. Guerin's other starts this year versus UCF on February 14th. 7 shutout innings, struck out 2
allowed 6 hits.
Right-handed batter, senior with a slightly
North
open
Alabama,
stance.
February 22nd.
No one out in the third
Texas
innings,
down
4
2.
hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts.
2-2 pitch. First pitch is a strike.
Simmons hammers it
corner.
high and deep to center. Smith going back, reaches up.
1-1
it
on
bounces
Simmons.
off the wall and bounces past her back toward the infield.
Getting a lot of playing
Picked
time
up by
recently.
the right
Was
fielder,
hit and missed to start the year, and
because of that, the Longhorns are unable to score, but it's a long single for Simmons to load the bases.
Make some good contact.
0-1 Smith going back,
Shows bunt,
reached up
pulls
for
it
it.
back as the pitch misses inside.
It bounced off the base of the wall back into straightaway center field.
1-1 on Simmons. And here's Leanne Good. 63 average, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, Stewart, 57 at bats. And so they're only able to advance 1 base each as Tresvik came over to back it up. Kind of out to left.
Bases loaded, no one out.
And a foul back.
Leanne Good.
Takes the first pitch now behind 1-2. Inside ball
Big
1.
Scoreboard in straightaway center, stretching into left center. Infield in for Auburn.
Divert the wind.
Lead 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
Hard to tell with
one flag on either side of that scoreboard.
The 4th inning against Guerin yesterday.
1-0. 1-2 pitch.
Just off
back
the
out
outside.
of play by
2 balls,
Simmons.
no strikes. Hitting on the top of the press box.
And it remains a
Auburn
ball and
pitching
2
coach
strikes.
Riker Chasen calls time to go visit the
That
circle.
one came all the way back down.
That leadoff loop single from Mitchell. The crowd. A 4-pitch walk to Stewart, and Simmons good at that. Punching one off the wall in center. Mitchell on second, Stewart on first. So the Longhorns have loaded with no one out. Outside, Simmons able to
be
lay
impatient against Guerin.
2 balls,
Guerin
2
yesterday
strikes.
when she came in.
Guerin's
After
other
the
starts
leadoff
this
walk
year issued by
versus
Tresvik
UCF
on
on February
February 14th. 7 shutout innings,
Sack
struck
bunt,
out 2,
fly out, and ground out
6
in the
hits.
third.
Got out of that without a run.
In the
North
fourth inning,
Alabama,
allowed a
February
single,
22nd, 4 1/3
one
innings,
out hit
4 hits,
batter,
1
and then
run,
Good
3
in a 1-2 count
2
with 2 out.
Simmons
Hammers it high and deep to center. Smith going back, reaches up. It bounces off the wall and bounces past her back toward the
pull it
infield.
down the line,
Picked up by the right fielder, Tresvik. And because of that, the Longhorns are unable to score, but it's a long single for Simmons to load the bases.
Starting record this year. An inning and
Smith
2/3
going
against
back,
Mississippi
reached
State
up
March
for it.
9th. 5 hits, 3 runs in that one.
It bounced
Started
off the
against
base of
Georgia
the wall
Tech,
back
March
into
12th,
straightaway
2-2.
center field. Second
And
4-pitch
here's
walk
Leanne
issued by
Good.
Guerin.
Mitchell had to wait to see if it was caught, as did Stewart. And so they're only able to advance 1 base each as
Mitchell
Tresvik
drops
came over
across
to
the
back
plate.
it up. Is Stewart to third, Simmons to
Bases
second.
loaded, no one out.
28th
Leanne
RBI
Good.
of the season for Good. Takes the first pitch curveball off the inside, ball 1. And there's going to be an auto strike called on Katie Bennett
Field
before
in
she steps
for
in.
Auburn.
Okay. Lead 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Good hit a 3-run bomb. Too slow getting against Guerin before the pitch clock counted down too far. Just off the outside.
Infield still in for Auburn.
Still no one out as Bennett takes strike 2. And Auburn pitching coach Riker Chasen calls time. The outer half to go visit the circle belt.
She's quickly behind 0-2 on one
Mitchell.
pitch.
A 4-pitch walk to Stewart, and Simmons good at that. Left-handed batter punching one off the wall in center. Curveball just misses off the outside. Loaded with no one out. Close take for Bennett.
They're being patient
Now
against
Guerin.
Guerin
yesterday when she came
Mills,
in.
Texas
Native. After the leadoff walk issued by Tresvik in the third inning. First year with Texas. Sack bunt, fly out, and ground out in the third. Got out of that without a pitch. In the fourth inning, allowed a single middle of the infield.
1 out hit
Guerin waiting. Good in a 1-2 Woolers ends up
out.
calling her off and making the catch.
Pulled Mike White said
Guerin was
pregame
standing there,
was a
waiting
good
for someone to call her off,
down
and
and
then
in.
step back as Woolers
And Good
to pull it down the line, keep it fair for a 3-run homer. So Bennett put away.
Ball 3.
And that's out number 1. Bases still loaded for Ashton Maloney. Guerin's starting record this year.
Simmons,
an inning and
Good
2/3 against
runners
Mississippi
for Texas
State March
with 1
9th.
out.
5
Down
hits, 2
2-1.
runs, and that one started against Georgia Tech. March
Still in
12th.
for Auburn. Second 4-pitch walk issued by Guerin in the inning. A couple mistakes there. Stewart ended up breaking down the line.
Mitchell drops
across
across
the
the
Maybe
plate.
she thought there were 2 out.
Stewart to third, Simmons
And then
to second.
she went back to third. She did not
28th
touch
RBI
third
of the
until
season
after
for
Tresvik
Good.
cut the ball.
And Tresvik might have had a shot at the plate, but she threw toward third base. Katie Simmons tagged and went to third. There's going to be an auto strike called on Katie Bennett
on the
before
corners.
she steps in.
Here's Caden Henry.
First pitch to Henry, right down the pipe, strike 1. For Maloney,
slow
that's her
getting up to the
14th
plate
RBI
before
of the
the
year. Pitch clock counted down too far. Your high is
Infield
18.
still in for Auburn.
Just
Still
that
no
last
one
year.
out.
She had 17 as a
Bennett
freshman.
takes
strike 2. Longhorns
Well,
have
the
come
outer
back
half.
to tie it here in the second inning.
She's quickly behind 0-2 on one pitch. Dives for it. Waiting. Was playing in a little bit against the speedy Henry, and just off the outside. Henry on first base has 18 steals and 19 for Bennett. 2 out. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Scott takes. Henry breaks, Texas, and is in there without a throw. 5 feet 6 inches tall. First year with Texas. Pitch was a ball, missed the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pop up 1-0. Middle of the infield. Guerin waiting. Third baseman Wohlers ends up calling her off. Caden's RBI, her 17th of the year. Guerin was standing there, waiting for someone to call her off, and then stepped back as Wohlers swooped in. Scott takes the next pitch across the letters for a called strike one. Mia Bennett put away. And that's out number one. Fielder in the still loaded for Ashton Maloney. In left center field. McCrary made a running, diving catch. The runners for Texas with one out. The center fielder starting this at bat. Into left center field a couple of steps. Still in for Auburn. 2 out, second and third. 1-1 pitch. Curveball outside. Boy, a drop on it as well. Mistakes there. And it's 2-1. Stewart ended up breaking down the line so far for the Longhorns. Ball was hit in the air. Maybe she thought there were 2 out. And then she went back to third. She did not touch third until after Tresvik cut the ball. 2-1 pitch. And Tresvik freezes Scott. Had a shot at the plate. Called she threw toward third base. Katie Simmons tagged and went to third there. 2-2 tie now. Runners on the corners. Here's Caden Henry. 2-2 the count on first Scott. Pitch to Henry back with 2 out. Strike one. The Tigers. For Maloney, that's her 14th RBI of the year. Her high is 18. Just that last Longhorns getting it done. Freshman 2 years ago. With some small ball here in the back second to tie it here in the second inning. Walks and singles with a sac fly. One of those singles, of course, was banged off the base of the wall. Dives for it with 2 on. Playing in a little bit against the speedy Henry, and just so the Longhorns now at first base has 18 steals and 19 tries. The 9th hitter of the inning, Reese Atwood steps to the plate. Scott takes. Henry breaks for Mia. She now has 32 RBI this season. With those 2 knocked was in. A ball, missed the plate. 1-0 on Mia. Meeting in the circle for the Tigers. Caden's RBI, her 17th of the year. Drove in 36 last year. Scott takes the next pitch across the letters for a called strike one. First time. Mia 2 out with a runner on first. To the left fielder in the first inning. Outside ball 1. In left center field. McCrary made a running, diving catch on it. Last year, top 3 center fielder starting ball collegiate player of the year. Into left center field a couple of steps. He's knocked 2 out between pitchers and hitters. Pitch. She was a finalist with 2 pitches. One maybe a bit of a drop on it as well. 1-0 pitch, and it's 2-1. The inside, 2-0. They run second so far for the Longhorns. Extrapolating that, the lead. Top hitter in the country last year. D1 Softball America recognized her for that. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Changeup freezes Scott. So a first team All-American. 2-0. Out her third. It is at the knees for a called strike one. 2-2 the count on Scott. A slow start to this season is back for the Tigers to a level that she was at last year. All last year she hit 423. 23 home runs, 90 RBI. This season, 416 coming into the game, 12 homers and 46 batting. While taking more walks ball here in the second inning. Swinging a grounder through the left side. And singles. And base hit in the left field for Atwood. Scott goes to second. Of course, was banged off the base of the wall. The Longhorns who batted around here in the second inning. And so the Longhorns now up 5-3. The 9th hitter of the inning, Reese Atwood, steps to the plate. That appears to be it for Guerin. For Mia, she now has 32 RBI. Chris Malveaux exits the dugout. With those 2 knocked in. Going to talk to Keith Kearney, the plate umpire, and the Friday night starter Haley Rainey circle for the Tigers. For the Tigers, 5 runs across, 2 on, 2 out for the Longhorns, up 5-2 here at the bottom of the second. So Atwood up there, she grounded a shortstop her first time. 2 out with the runner on continues in a moment. First pitch handed batter, first and second. Outside, Scott on second, Atwood on first. 5-2 Texas. Tall right-handed batter. From Haley Rainey upstairs and off the glove of the catcher Brockman. Collegiate player of the year. The runners. It's not split between pitchers and hitters. She was a finalist with 2 pitchers. And Rainey pitchers won it. The senior from Adna, Washington, 5'10" right-handed pitcher who started her career at Idaho State. Of course, extrapolating that, she was the top hitter in the country last year. Idaho. D1 Softball America recognized her freshman year. 1-0 pitch. Mitchell takes outside 2-0. So a first team All-American. 2-0.
It is
Rainey was last year's Big West Pitcher of the Year.
That would, after a bit of a slow start to this season, is back 168 ERA
to a level that she was at last year.
2 balls, no
last
strikes.
year she hit 423, 23 home runs, 90 RBI. This season, 416 coming into the game, 12 homers, 46 batting average. While taking more walks than wins. 2-1. Swinging a grounder to the left side. 41 feet to straightaway
hit in the left field for Atwood.
Scott goes to second and stops there. The Longhorns have batted around here in the second inning. Stewart now 52 RBI. And with Florida on a bye this weekend, that appears to be it for Guerin. That ties her. 9-2 Texas. Chris Malvo takes the first pitch. Strike. Bottom of the zone. Going to talk to Keith Stewart, the plate umpire, a lot better. And the run homer yesterday, run home run today. Rainey enters the ball game for the Tigers. Simmis singled to center her first time. 2 on with 2 on and no one out earlier in the inning. She takes the ball in the dirt. We'll take a break. 1-1 as Rainey warms up. Texas fly ball off the base of the wall in center. Handed batter first and second. Single out of Scott on second. Atwood on first. 5-2 Texas. First pitch from Haley Rainey upstairs and 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher Brockman bouncer down to third to her left. Woolers grabs it above the dirt, throws high but leaping and grabbing it left. Rainey. And she tags Simmis, but apparently not in time. Washington, 5'10" right-handed pitcher who started first base umpire Idaho Ryan State. Crochet saying the tag was not in time, and Crochet is going to get together with the other umpires. Transfer to Cal State Fullerton after a freshman close. Year. 1-0 pitch. Mitchell takes outside. Rare situations where if the batter's aware of the high throw, it's more beneficial to dive. Rainey was last year's Big West. Obviously, most of the time you don't want to dive into first base. Fullerton, 19-7 with a 168 ERA. Hit the dirt rather than running straight through. 2 balls, no strikes. To beat a throw. The umpires do not overturn the call, and so I think we're going to see Auburn co-head coach Chris Malvo come out and ask for a replay challenge. 241 feet to straightaway center, and it's a 9-run inning for Texas. Crochet, the crew chief, walk out from the circle and announce it. Stewart now 52 RBI. And with Florida on a bye this weekend, that ties her. 9-2 Texas. Katie Simmis takes the first pitch. Strike at the bottom of the zone. Throwing error. So Stewart call stands. Feeling a lot better. 3-run homer yesterday, 3-run home run today. The inning would continue. The Longhorns have sent Simmis 12 to the plate in the inning center her first time. That was with 2 on and no one out earlier in the inning as she takes the ball in the dirt. 1-1. Mitchell single. Fly ball. Stewart took a 4-pitch walk. Simmis single out to center to load the bases near the ball. And then Leanne Good took a 4-pitch walk to score a run, and here's the result. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncer down to third to her left. Woolers grabs it above the dirt, and so the call high, but leaping is indeed overturned. But the Longhorns put up 9 runs, but apparently not in time. And they lead 9-2 going to the third. Texas first base umpire Ryan Crochet saying the tag was not in time, and Crochet is going to get together with the other umpires. It was pretty close. One of those rare situations where if the batter's aware of the 5'8" left-handed batter, it's more beneficial to dive into first base. It was her first 3 years. Obviously, most of the time you don't want to dive into first base. It slows you down when you hit the total of 73 at bats through. If my trying to beat is correct. This year she has umpires do not overturn the call, and so I think we're going to see Auburn co-head coach Chris Malvo 19-run score replay challenge. 8 steals as well as 8 walks. Infield in all the way around the inning for Texas. First pitch to Smith, choking up on the bat. Check swing, it's in the zone. Strike. Crochet, the crew chief. He'll walk out for the count on and announce that Auburn's challenging. The outfield a bit shallower than normal. So indeed, they are going to review it. A foul back just to the left of the press box. It will be a throwing error in the stairwell area. And it's quickly 0-2 on Smith. The inning would continue. The Longhorns have sent 12 to the plate in the inning so far. Tresvik and Elliott for all scored 9 runs. Due up here in the third. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, the pitch in the dirt outside. Stewart took a 4-pitch walk. Simmis 1 ball, 2 strikes. Single. White was the center to load the bases. He was hoping they would get out to a big lead in this one. They score a run, and here's the result. A break after pitching 4 innings in the opener, and then 2 innings yesterday. And so the call 2 pitch.
high. Is indeed overturned, but the Longhorns put up 9 runs in the second inning, and they lead 9-2 going to the third. Texas entering the weekend in a moment. S.J. Guerin had been in a tie for the national lead for wins. 3 players now have 15, with Guerin at 14. 2-2 pitch. Smith takes. Ringer up, a called strike 3 at the top of the zone on the outside. Left-handed batter. Through her first 3 years. 5th strikeout for Cavan. In that wins leaderboard of 73 at bats. My quick math is correct. Has 13, which is this year she has 74 at bats and is hitting .392. A double, a triple, a home run, 19 runs scored. First pitch to Isis Tresvik, lifted in the air right center field, drifting over as well as 8 Henry. Infield in all the way around for number 2. First pitch to Smith, choking up on the Tresvik, who swing, it's in the zone. Strike 1 is retired for out number 2 here in the third. 1-1 the count on Smith down for Nelia Peralta. Peralta stepped in with Tresvik on first in that first inning. A bit shallower than normal. Took 2 balls, 2 strikes, and then hit one out to center. Foul back just to the left of the Auburn, a 2-0 lead. It's 9-2 Texas stairwell now. Area. 2 out bases empty in the third. Quickly 0-2 on Smith. Cavan misses low, ball 1. Peralta from Wellington, Florida, 5 feet 6 inches tall. 2 years ago, second team All-SEC. This is Tresvik. Nelia Peralta also due up here in the third. .333 average this year. The 0-2 pitch. 1-0. Pitch in the dirt outside. 2-0 on Peralta. Anna Lee Adams. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mike White was saying on deck for Auburn. He was hoping they would get out to a big lead in this one, and they could be visited by both Reese Atwood and Hattie Ruth Taylor. Pitching 4 innings in the opener, and then 2 innings yesterday. Pitch in the dirt. 1-2 pitch. 9-run second inning for Texas. Knocked out the starter Guerin. Allowed. Entering the weekend, quick couple of outs with a strikeout looking to tie for the national lead for win. Falls behind Peralta. 3 players now have 15, with Guerin at 14. And 2-2 pitch. Smith takes. Ringer up, a called strike 3 at the top of the zone on the outside corner. Look at the 5th strikeout for Cavan. Interesting games going on. In that wins leaderboard, Teagan, with wins in the first 2 games of this weekend, has 13, which is good for a tie for 5th in the country. Right there, over the heart of the plate at the knees, strike 1. Peralta taking all the way. First pitch to Isis Tresvik, 18 lifted in the air right center field, drifting over Caden Henry. And she puts it away for out number 2. 2 balls and a strike. So Tresvik, who walked to open the ball game, is retired short. Number 2 here, right a step, and good. And just like that, step as well. And Nelia Peralta, plenty of time. Peralta stepped in. Tresvik on first in that first inning run for Texas. Took 2 balls, 2 strikes, and then hit one out to center. Gave Auburn a 2-0 lead. It's 9-2 Texas now. 2 out bases empty in the third. As Cavan misses low, ball 1. 5'7" junior with a slightly open Wellington, Florida. 5 feet 6 inches tall. 2 years ago, second team All-SEC. The right-hander Rainey. .333 average this year. 1-0. Rainey last year, 3rd team All-Region. 2-0 on Peralta. Anna Lee Adams on deck for Auburn. West. In the dirt with the next pitch, it's 1-1. Visited by both Reese Atwood and second team All Big West in 2023 with Fullerton. 105 innings over 31 games in the dirt. 153 ERA that second inning for Texas. Knocked out the starter Guerin. Allowed Idaho State of the Big Sky in 2023. Quick couple of outs, strikeout look, 22 fly out here in the 3rd inning, but falls behind Peralta. Behind 1-2. Rainey 14-11 with a .346 earned run average. Big Sky Conference, the conference that set the circle now complete. Regional seed to Seattle that year. Take a look at the SEC scoreboard in a little bit. It fouls. Interesting games going on. The Longhorns were the number 2 seed in the regional at Seattle. 2-0. Started their run. The right-hander's pitch. Ended up in the national championship series against the heart of the West champion, strike Weber State. Peralta taking all the way in Utah. Peralta's taken 18 walks with just 11 strikeouts this season. Sky champion, rather. 1-2 pitch. Off the glove, 2 balls and a strike. And it's 2-2. Long winds and deals. Grounder towards short. 2 balls, 2 right a step on good. Backs up a step as well, and her throw to first in plenty of time. Last half inning 3. Scores already around the SEC. Run for Texas. Different games going on. Talk about those in just a minute. 2-2. Right-handed batter, good. Chases a changeup down low. Slightly open. Takes the first pitch, and she's out number one here in the third. That's the first strikeout by Auburn pitching. Right-hander Rainey.
Second baseman, Katie Bennett.
Last year, third-team All-Region. First of all, South Carolina playing a non-conference three-game series, hosting all Big West. The dirt with Texas the next pitch. It's 1-1. The Longhorns saw Texas Tech second-team All Big West this year, 2023, with Fuller 105 innings over 31 games. Low and away, ball 1. ERA that season. Katie Bennett. Bennett did a little pop-out for the first out of the second inning, right State at the Big Sky in 2023. That was with the bases loaded, no one out. 2022. One out here, bases empty, 9-2 Texas. Good. Now behind 1-2. Rainey drops in for a called strike one. 346 earned run average. Anyway, South Carolina conference that yesterday beat Nigeria Kennedy. Regional seed to Seattle that year. Got a home run in the early innings. Good. Third inning. Chops it foul. Just two hits that Kennedy allowed. South Carolina Longhorns were the number 2. Shoots the next pitch down to first base, gloved by Lex. He turns around, jogs to the bag. Another national championship series against that Big West champion. Assisted for the second out of Ogden, Utah. Big Sky champion run on Friday. 1-2 pitch. South Carolina beat Texas Tech 5-2. Kennedy did not pitch in that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. South Carolina had a 5-0 lead going to the fourth in Columbia, South Carolina. Last half inning, this scores already around the SEC. Maloney, the leadoff hitter, outside ball 1. Leadoff single in the first, and then a sac fly in the second for Maloney. But Texas Tech 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth has come back to tie it. Good chases, change up down low, swings and misses. And she's out number 1. Here's the 1-0 to Maloney. First strikeout by Auburn. Swing on a ball low and in. Appeal, and it's 2-0. First of all, South Carolina playing a non-conference 3-game series, hosting their first game of the series yesterday. They're Texas Tech Saturday through Monday series at Texas Tech here in Austin earlier this year. They beat Tennessee 6-3 yesterday. First pitch with 3 runs in the 8th inning. Away, ball 163 pitches, struck out 16 as Maloney takes in the dirt outside. It's the first out of the second inning. Right. Arkansas right now in the 7th inning leads Tennessee 5-0. One out here, bases empty, 9-2 Texas. 1-0. See higher ranked. Drops in for a called strike 3-0. Strike 1 on the outside. South Carolina yesterday beat Nigeria Kennedy. 3-1 on Maloney. They got a home run in the early innings, the 3rd inning. That was one of just 2 hits that Kennedy allowed. Station, South Carolina won it. Bennett shoots the next pitch down to first base, gloved by Lex. She turns around, jogs to the bag, and there are 2 down. Swing off the inside, it missed. Ball assisted for the second out. So the walk to Maloney puts a 2-out base runner on base for the Longhorns, and here's Caden Henry. On Friday, South Carolina beat Texas Tech 5-2. Kennedy did not pitch in that one. Henry 1 for 2. Carolina hopped out in the first and gave the Longhorns the lead with a single up the middle in the second. The chopper got past the diving second baseman, and the first pitch to Ashley Maloney, the leadoff hitter, outside ball 1. Leadoff single in the first, and then a sack fly in the second for Maloney. Just off the plate Texas outside. Tech 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth has come back to tie. Finally, also up in Columbia, Missouri, where the Longhorns will be in 2 weeks. Missouri knocked off Oklahoma yesterday. It's a 1-1 tie in the bottom of the fourth. Swing on a ball low and in. The 3rd game of their series. No appeal, and it's 2-0. 1-0. Off speed, just a bit high. Arkansas after, and it's 2-0 on Caden Henry. Their first game of the series yesterday. They're the Saturday through Monday series at Tennessee. Maloney on first base has 7 steals and 8 tries this season. 3 runs in the 8th inning. Thrown out by Brockman on Friday. 3 pitches, struck out 16. The bag. Maloney takes the dirt outside, throw to second, not in time this time. Arkansas right now, and Maloney's in there with their 8th steal. Leads Tennessee 5-0. Throw from Brockman, a little high that time. 3-0. Strike 1 on the outside corner. By the way, quick note from Longhorns SID Chris Brown. 1 on Maloney. 9 runs in the second, tied for the most runs Texas has scored away down in College Station against Colorado State. Texas A&M scoreless. Alabama won the game yesterday. Second RBI of the game for Henry. Maloney's first swing off the inside. It missed. Ball 4. So the walk to Maloney puts a 2-out base runner. Walk to Maloney base for the Longhorns, and here's Caden Henry. Turns into a double. Down via Scott takes strike on the black outside. 2 Longhorns in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 down. One other game. Henry 1 for 2. Popped out in the first. Underway. Gave the Longhorns the lead with a single up the middle in the first 2 games of their series. Got past the diving second baseman Roach. 0-1 pitch. That's low and away on Scott. Rainey. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Rainey. Just off the plate outside to. There is some activity in the bullpen. Finally, also Auburn in Columbia, Missouri. Bullpen Longhorns will be in 2 weeks. Out past Missouri knocked off Oklahoma yesterday. It's a 1-1 tie in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 now. Sales hot. Third game of their series. 2 balls and a strike on Mia Scott. Off speed, Scott hitting 470, entering the game with 11 doubles and 2 homers. And it's 2-0 on Caden Henry. Mia Scott on deck. RBI, rather fly out in the first, and a 2-run single in the second. 2-1. Maloney on first base has 7 steals and 8 tries this season. Was thrown out by Brockman on Friday. A bloop into right center. Steal it back. 2-0. Here she goes. Pitch outside. Fielder second. Not in time this time. The Longhorns. Maloney's in there with her 8 steals. 2-1, 2 out at that situation. Henry was able to score from second behind Leanne Good on third base. Throw from Brockman a little high that time. Brockman calls time. By the way, quick note from Longhorns SID Chris Brown. The 9 runs. Rainey. In the second, tied for the most runs Texas has scored in this season. They scored 9 against Colorado State. So 3-1 now on Scott. Second RBI of the game for Henry. Maloney's first run scored. Swinging a line drive left field, right at the left fielder McCrary, who comes in a couple of steps, reaches up and makes the catch. Walk to Maloney, turns into run with a 2-out rally. Turns into a double down. They strand 1 and lead 10-2 going black outside. Adams. One other game that will get underway. Rounded to short and an 0-2 just underway. LSU came into the game hitting 440 in SEC 2 games of their series. In 2 doubles and 2 home runs. One of those home runs yesterday in the first against Solali Gutierrez. Slow it away on Scott. Strike called in the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. 0-1 on Adams. Rainey. There is some activity in the bullpen. 9 in the second. Auburn, but we only see the 1 in the bullpen catcher. 2 long squad out past. Swinging a line drive off the leaping Simmons' glove. 1-1 to right field, and Adams has a base hit to lead off the 4th. 2 balls and a strike on Mia Scott. Scott hitting 470 entering the game with 11 doubles and 2 homers, 30 RBI. Adams continues to make solid contact. Hopped out in the first, RBI on to lead off. Another flyout put in, a 2-run single in Georgia Lessman to run for her. Low and away ball. Prairie prepares to step in. 2-run single, a bloop into right center. Fell the right fielder Tressman. The Longhorns having 2-1, 2 out at that situation. Henry was able to score from second behind Leanne Good on third base. The Lessman on first. Calls time. Struck out in her first at bat. First pitch from Kavan. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Throws and chats with smothered by Atwood. Pitcher Lessman on first base. So 3-1 now on Scott. The runner has stolen 2 bases in 6 tries. Swinging a line drive left field, right at the left fielder McCrary, who comes in a couple of steps inside, reaches up and makes the catch. 1 ball and 1 another run with a 2-out rally, a walk and a single. They strand 1 and lead 10-2. Go back for Texas. The outfield straight up, medium depth. Here's the 1-1. Rounded to short and an 0-2 count in the first time. Came into the game hitting 440 in SEC foul ball off the knob of the bat. 2 doubles and 2 home runs. And then home runs caught a piece of yesterday in the first against Solali Gutierrez. Getting up, pitching it off. Strike called in the outer half. 0-1 on Adams. 2 in the first for Auburn. 9 in the second. By the way, in this one wearing Texas the all-whites. Head to toe. Visor. Swinging a line drive off white jersey tops that have Simmons' glove Texas into right field, and Adams has a base hit to lead off the 4th. Number in the front lower left, name on the back, number on the back. White pants, white belts, white socks, white solid contact for Texas. She's on to lead off. Pitch. Put in. Speed, fouled away. Georgia Lessman to run for her out in front. As KK alive remains 1-2. Auburn has orange jersey tops, say Auburn in blue outlined in white. Across the front, number on the front lower left, and on the back also blue outlined in white, navy blue pants. Orange stripes outlined in white stripes down the sides. Lessman on first, KK McCrary struck out in her first line, slicing back, hitting off the sidewall. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Smothered by Atwood. Navy blue socks that have a horizontal thick orange stripe and 2 thinner white stripes. navy blue shoes. Lessman, the runner, has stolen 2 bases in 6 tries. She's been in 25 games, has not started a game. Runner on first, no one inside to McCrary. In the top of the 4th inning, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swinging a soaring fly ball, foul down the left field line. Infield back for Texas, the outfield straight up, medium McCrary. Here's the 1-1. Got into that one, up and in, and pulled it a bit. We've seen a couple from the Longhorns of those this weekend. Knob of the bat, and then caught a piece of Reese Atwood. A little slow getting up, walking it off. Ball and 2 strikes again. Just maybe a bit off the outside. Longhorns, by the way, in this one wearing the all whites from head to toe. Very close there from Kavan. The white jersey tops that have burnt orange Texas across the front. Lessman running for Adams on first. Number of no one out. Lower left. Name on the back. The 2-2 offering. White pants. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And belts, white socks, white shoes. McCrary's out as Lessman was stepping off the bag at first base. 1-2 pitch. Off speed, fouled away by McCrary. A fan yelling, somebody on first, stays alive, and remains 1-2. Auburn, and indeed, first base has orange jersey tops. Say Auburn, though the ball was in the dirt. And white. McCrary unable to try to take first on the front lower left, and on the back also. Even if Lessman tried to break for second, blue pants, McCrary would still be out. Stripes outlined in white. Anna Wohlers, first pitch, takes outside, ball 1. Lifted down the right field line, slicing back, hitting off the sidewall. Left-handed batter struck out in the first. Auburn with navy blue socks that have a horizontal thick orange stripe. 1 out, 1 on in the top of the 4th for Auburn. 1-0 pitch. Navy blue shoes. Swing and a miss. And a big cut. 1-1 on Wohlers, hitting .267. Team leader with 8 home runs for Auburn. First, no one out. 26 RBI in the top of the 4th inning. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a soaring fly ball, foul. Top line drive off the fists over toward Leanne Good, who skips to her right, leaps and makes the catch. Got into that one. Just pulled it a bit. We've seen 2 down. From the Longhorns of those this weekend. And here's Amelia Leck. Ball and 2 strikes. Leck struck out in the second to lead off the inning. Just maybe a bit off the outside. First pitch, it's ball 2. Low from Kavan. Very close there for ball 1. Kavan. Lessman running for Adams on first. 2 years ago at Maryland, hit .285. The 2-2 off. Doubles and 16 home runs. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Drove in 47. And McCrary's out as Lessman was stepping off his bag at first base. Ball and a strike. Last year hit .239, 6 doubles, 12 home runs. A fan yelling, somebody on first, 1 home run so far this year for the occupied. So even though the ball was in the dirt, adding sub 200. Prairie unable to try to take Texas. 1-1. Strike 2. Even if Lessman tried to break for second. Right there, McCrary would still be out. And it's 1-2. Anna Wohlers, first pitch, takes outside. Thousand Oaks, California native. SoCal all the way to Maryland, out and then to the south, to Auburn. Quite the journey. 1-2 pitch. 1 out, 1 on in the top of the 4th for Auburn. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And a big cut. 10-2 Texas in the top of the 4th with 1 out. 1-1 on Wohlers, hitting 1 on 67. Team leader with 8 home runs for Auburn. 26 RBI, 5 doubles, 2 triples as well. 2-2. Bounce down to third. Foul. Top line drive off the across the line toward Leanne Good, who skips to her right, leaps and makes the catch. The last bounce was on the line, about 3/4 of the way up the line. 2 down. Here's Amelia. Longhorns had a play like that at the plate in the 6th inning a week ago tomorrow. They finished up with Florida, out had 2 on, no one out. Off the Katie Stewart hit one down to third, called fair, turned into a double play. First pitch. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Low from Kavan. Kavan strikes out a pair after allowing the leadoff single. She has 7 strikeouts through 4. And the Longhorns lead 10-2. 2 years ago at Maryland, bottom of the 4th, 11 doubles and 16 home runs. Drove in 47. To the Auburn after that as he swings and misses. Part of that 9-run second. Ball and a strike. Last year hit .239, 6 doubles, 12 home. Haley Rainey. Just 1 home run so far. Was the last batter to face here for the senior S.J. Guerin for Auburn, adding sub 200.
First pitch to Reese in the dirt from Rainey. Strike two. Ball one right there. 2 days ago, the first time that Atwood faced
and it's
Rainey.
1-2 in the first inning with 2 out.
The runner on.
Thousand Oaks, California
out to left. A 2-run home run. SoCal
With
all the way to
became
Maryland,
Texas
his
and then
all-time RBI
Auburn.
record holder. Just a junior.
Quite the journey.
1-0 pitch. Swings and lines
1-2
it
pitch.
over the shortstop into the gap in
away,
left center
ball
field.
2.
Hits off the wall. Atwood trying for 2. Smith throws in, and Reese is safe.
10-2 Texas in the top of the 4th with 1 out. Make it 1 on and
Strong
2
throw
out.
from Abby Smith. And that one died just barely
2-2.
at the base of the wall, allowing
Bounce
Reese
down
to
to
get
third.
in. Foul. Just skipped across the line before it got to be a scuff. The last bounce was on the line, about
that
3/4
bounced
of the way
off the wall
up
more
the line.
sharply.
Reese either doesn't try for second or she's thrown out going for 2. Longhorns had a play like that at the plate, so Atwood with a double. That's her 8th double of tomorrow. Finished up with Florida, had 2 on, no one out. And the hit went down to third. Tigers are making a pitching change. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. We'll bring in Shaylee Clemens. Kavan strikes out a pair after a
Sophomore,
Southpaw. She has 7 strikeouts through 4. And the Longhorns lead 10. The Longhorns have a runner on second base, no one out.
Continues so we'll take a break as Clemens warms up. Texas softball continues in a moment.
35 innings,
33
9
hits.
runs,
She's walked
17, struck out 31.
And she faces
Haley
Haley
Mitchell has a
Rainey.
couple of singles in the game. That was
2 runs
the
scored
last
in an
batter
RBI.
to face
She
the
takes the
starter.
first pitch in the dirt inside, ball
Garrett.
1 for Auburn.
10-2 Longhorns in the bottom
First
of the
pitch
4th
to
inning.
Reese
In the dirt from Rainey. Ball 1. 2 days ago, the first time that Atwood faced Rainey.
Texas
Already
first
has
inning
the
with 2 out.
Necessary
Necessary
on. Reese hit
lead
one
to pull
out
off
to
a run
left.
victory if
2-run
they
home
do
run.
not
allow a run in the 5th.
As a
With that,
changeup
became
drops in
Texas'
for strike 1.
all-time RBI record holder. Just a junior. But after 1-0 pitch.
Auburn
Swings
on
and
Friday
lines it
scored a
over
couple
the
of runs
shortstop
in the
into the
5th
gap in left center field.
Longhorns were up
Hits off the
12-2.
wall. Atwood trying for 2.
This Auburn
Smith
team
throws
hasn't
in,
given up,
and
so
Reese is safe.
Nice to score a little more here and build the lead for Texas.
1-1 throw from Abby Smith.
High
2-1
on Mitchell.
And that one died just barely at the base of the wall, allowing Reese to get in.
Aubrey Lisenby, the new catcher at the start of the inning for Auburn.
Had that bounced off the wall more sharply. Reese either doesn't try for
2-1.
second or she's thrown out
Pitch
going
fails for
way
2.
over the head of Mitchell. She ducks to avoid being
So
hit,
Atwood
and
with a
Atwood
double.
goes to third on
That's
the wild
her
8th double of the year.
Coming in the pitch now for Auburn, number
And the
17,
Tigers
Lisenby.
making a pitching change.
Shaylee Clemens is now
They
in
bring in
the
as the
Shaylee
catcher
Clemens.
Brockman to start the inning. Lisenby,
Played yesterday as the catcher.
sophomore, southpaw,
6 feet 1 inch tall. With the Longhorns having a runner on
3-1
second
from
base,
Clemens.
no one out.
So we'll
Speed, take a
finds
break
the inner
as
half.
Clemens
Strike
warms
2.
up. Texas softball continues in a moment. We mentioned yesterday. Told before the game.
35 innings, 33 hits.
She's walked
Going back to
17,
the
struck
pitcher.
out 31.
Just a struggle
Jolie
for her
Mitchell
right
has
now.
a
She
couple
can
of
throw to
singles
other
in the game.
bases.
2 runs scored and an RBI.
After every
She
pitch,
takes the
that's
first pitch in the dirt inside, ball 1. Where she has to get the ball back to the pitcher. 10-2
She walks it back
Longhorns
halfway
in the
and
bottom of
tosses
the
it
4th
or
inning. Walks it all the way and hands it over. 3-2 pitch tapped on the infield. Up with it, the shortstop Peralta. Her throw to first
Already
in
has
time.
the necessary
Get the
lead
lead to pull off a run goal victory if they do not allow a
The
run.
infield
in
was
the
playing
5th.
back.
The
Atwood
changeup
might have
drops
had a
in for
chance to
strike
score.
1 if she broke for the plate. She thought about after Auburn on Friday scored a couple of runs. Took a couple of steps, but went back to the bag.
12-2. This Auburn team hasn't given up, so
Has
Might
to score a
open
little
the
more
second
here.
for
The 3-run home
and build the lead.
walk
for
earlier in
Texas.
the inning. First pitch 1-1. Clemens here, ball 1
Taken
and
high.
2-1 on Mitchell. 1-0 on Stewart. Lisenby with running the ball back. Lisenby after every pitch.
The
Auburn
new
actually has
catcher
their first
at the
baseman
start of the
Bleck
inning
come
for
in
Auburn.
and cover the plate to make sure Atwood doesn't break for the plate. When Lisenby goes out to the pitcher. 1-0 pitch. Pitch sails way over the head of Mitchell. She
Strike
ducks
over the
to
outer
avoid
half.
being hit, and Atwood goes to third on the
1-1
wild
on
pitch.
Stewart.
No activity that we can see in the Longhorns bullpen. Lisenby in there as the catcher for Brockman to start the inning. Lisenby played yesterday as the catcher. Here's the 1 goal. It's 11-2 Texas.
Here's the 3-1 from Clemens. Speed.
I wonder if that would
and a half. Strike two.
McCrary caught that ball.
As indeed we mentioned yesterday.
Told before the game, he has a nice bit of the yips. Going back to the pitcher
broke for the plate and then
turned around. Saw McCrary firing right now.
Second to other bases.
Maybe thought she had to go back and tag every pitch.
Stewart gets the
RBI
RBI
ball
single.
back to 11-2 Longhorns. Stewart on first.
Tosses Katie
or walks it all the way and hands
first
it.
Pitch to Simis. Low.
3-2 pitch tapped on the infield. Up with it. The shortstop Peralta, her throw to first in time. Get the out. Stewart with 4 RBI was playing now. Back. Atwood might have had a chance to score.
Yeah,
she
broke
for the plate. Happened around the nation today. That might give her the national lead in runs batted. 1-0 pitch. Stewart waits on a changeup, drives into the gap in right center. Cut off by Tresvik, but Stewart, good eye on it. Second with it well. She goes around to third base. Good piece of hitting by Simmons. Clemens here. Ball runners on the corners now for Texas, with just 1 out. 1-0 on Stewart. Going to see a pinch hitter now with running the ball back to the pitcher after every pitch. Auburn actually has their first baseman Leck come in and cover the plate to make sure Atwood doesn't break for the plate. As he goes out to the pitcher. 1-0 pitch. Strike over the outer half. Vanessa Quiroga. 1-1 on Stewart. Runners on the corners. Activity that we can see in the Longhorn bullpen. Good. Good struck out last time up. First pitch from Clemens to left-handed batting Quiroga. Here's the 1-2 outside corner, strike one. It's 11-2 Texas. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1 run across. I wonder if Atwood runners on the corners for Texas. That Mike White's making another change, probably putting in a pinch runner for Katie Simmons. Indeed, here comes Adele Wallace. And then turned around, saw McCrary firing to second, and maybe thought she had to go back and tag up. Stewart gets the RBI single. 11-2 Longhorns. Stewart on first. Here's Katie Simmons. First pitch to Simmons, low, ball 1. So Quiroga down to the count 0-1. Takes the next pitch that she leaned back away from. It came in near the plate, but stayed high. Stewart with 4 RBI now. 1 ball, 1 strike on Quiroga. Depending on what else happened around the nation. 308 and 26 that might give her the 8th national lead in runs batted. 4 of those 8 have been home runs. Waits on the changeup, drives into the gap in right center. 13 RBI by 12, but Stewart, good eye on it. Read it well, and she goes around to third base. Good piece of hitting by Simmons. Runners on the corners now for Texas. Wallace was with just 1 out. A good bit of the way towards second when that was. Going to see a pinch hitter now. Quiroga with an RBI. That's her 14th run batted into the season. 2 out now. And we see Vic Hunter, the sophomore, pinch hit for Katie Bennett. Right-handed batter with the power. So Vanessa Quiroga takes just a little outside. Runners on the corners. 12-2 Longhorns hits for Leanne Good. Good struck out last time up. Hunter hitting 5 for 27, 185 batting Quiroga. 2 homers. Change up outside corner, strike 1. 1-0 pitch. Up and in and got her. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1 run across. And runners on the corners for Texas as Mike White's making another change. 4th time Hunter's been hit by a pitch this year. Indeed, here comes Adele Wallace. Vic on first base as Wallace moves to second. 2 down the top of the order, and it looks like it won't be Ashton Maloney, or maybe it will be, but maybe Katie Bennett comes out to run. So Quiroga down to the count 0-1. See what Mike White decides to do. Lean back away from it, came in near the plate, but stayed high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Quiroga. That was only Hunter's second plate appearance in SEC play so far. 8 for 26. 4 of those 8 have been home runs. It is going to be a pinch hitter for Maloney, and it's 13 RBI. Walk on junior Rachel Wells. Wells gets a nice round of applause. Wallace was a good bit of the way towards second when that was. Wells has not appeared in an SEC game. Quiroga with RBI. That's her 14th pitch batted into the Clemens. 2 away, ball 1. Wells at the plate this season is 1. And we see Vic Hunter. She's sophomore pinch hit for Katie Bennett and scored 3 runs.
Right-handed batter with the power. First pitch takes. One ball, no strikes. A little outside, ball one. 2 out, 2 on in the bottom of the fourth. 12-2 Longhorns in the bottom. In from Clemens. 2-0. Caden Henry on deck for Texas. Hunter hitting 5 for 27, 185, 2 doubles and 2 homers. They can send up Lynn Brister. The 1-0 pitch. Up and in, and got her. 2 balls, no strikes. Comes to the plate. Wells takes an off-speed. Fourth time Hunter's been hit by a pitch this year. So Vic on first base as Wallace moves to second. Wells from Melissa, Texas. 2 down the top of the order. 2-1 looks pitch. Like it won't be Ashton Maloney, foul, or maybe it will be front. Maybe Katie Bennett comes out for Mike White in the third base coach's box. For Hunter. Let's see what Mike White decides to do. Second-team All-State in 2021. Has not played college ball until this Hunter's year. Second plate appearance in SEC play so far. She did sign with Delaware State out of high school. It is going to be a pinch hitter for Maloney, and it's the walk-on junior Rachel Wells. 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Wells gets a nice round of applause. 3-2 now with Wallace on second and Hunter on first. 2 out. Appeared in an SEC game. The runners will be going on the pitch. First pitch from Clemens, low and away, ball 1. Wells at the plate this season is 1 for 4. She's taken 3 walks. Fouled back by Wells, scored 3 runs. Cut. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains 2 out, 2 on in the bottom of the fourth inning. Low and in from Clemens. 2-0. Caden Henry on deck for Texas. 2 Longhorns, 9 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 so far here in the fourth. On the bench. Auburn scored there. They can send up. White and Brister said before the game, in the pregame interview, that he was hoping to get Kavan out, get her some rest, but he sticks with the sophomore ace. Comes to the plate. Wells takes and off the bottom third of the order will step in for Auburn. Longhorns defensively make a couple of changes. A couple of re-entries. Wells from Melissa, Texas. So Leanne Good re-enters at shortstop. Off speed, rips it. Foul for by out in front. Vanessa Quiroga. Mike White in the third base coach's box. Katie Simmons re-enters in high school. Was a first base team All-State in 2021 for the day of Wallace. Katie Bennett college ball re-enters and plays left field now. What we can tell, she did sign with Delaware State out of high school. Didn't play there. Katie Stewart was in left. Well, she has her degree already. The Longhorns put Lynn Brister at second base, and side ball Stewart's spot in the batting order. Although that's not likely to matter. Has to be in 2 now with Wallace on second and Hunter on first. 2 out. The runners will be going on Auburn. Leading off against Kavan. Skylar Elkins' first pitch. Swing and a miss at the rise ball. 0-1. Here's Clemens, payoff pitch. Foul back by Wells, a late defensive cut. Kylie Brockmans to start the game, the catcher. 1-1 on Elkins. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Count remains on Rachel Wells. Able to hold up on a breaking ball low. 5'8" junior from Locust Grove, Georgia. Hit 282 and 39 at bats last year. 12-2 Longhorns, 9 in the second, 1 in the third. 2 so far here in the fourth. Auburn scored there. Mike White had said before the game in the pregame interview that he was hoping to called, ring her up on the outside. Get Kavan out, get her some rest, but he sticks with the sophomore ace. Out number 1 as the bottom third of the order will step in top for Auburn. Auburn sending up another pinch hitter. Defensively make a couple of changes. The right side. Couple of re-entries. So Leanne Good re-enters at shortstop. First pitch, she was pitched for by blazing on Vanessa Quiroga. Katie Simmons re-enters first base, was run for the day of Wallace. Sophomore from Lilliburn, Katie Georgia. Bennett re-enters and plays left field now. Swings the next offering from Kavan. 0-2. 1 for 3 with a double. Katie Stewart was in left. Longhorns put Lynn Brister at second base, and she goes into Stewart's spot in batting order. Kavon winds, and that's not likely to matter. Slow grounder foul at the third base line into right field. Remains
a
no
pitch
balls,
hitter
2
for
strikes.
Auburn, leading off against
Kavon. Skylar Elkins' first pitch, swing and a miss at the rise ball. 0-1. Getting the spot is Kylie Brockmans to start the game, the catcher. 0-2 again. 1-1 on Elkins. Stairs. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Unable to hold up on a breaking ball. Strikeout of Elkins. 5'8" junior from Locust Grove, Georgia. Hit 282 and 39 at bats last year. In the midst of her fifth year, batting .211. Right-hander 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Pitch. There's K number 9 called. Ring her up on the outside corner. 2 down here in the 5th, and the third straight pinch hitter for the Tigers. Here in the top of the 5th is going to be Benayo Womack. Womack pinch hitting for the Austin native Abby Smith. And sending up another pinch hitter, Talia Martin, back in the 3rd. From the right side. First pitch to Womack. 13-2 Texas in the top of the strike at the belt of the outer half. First pitch is a strike, blazing on the inside corner. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning, an 11-run Texas lead. Martin 0-1 offering, sophomore from Lilliburn, Georgia. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through the next offering from Kavon. 0-2. Top of the order, Isis for 3 with a double Martin this year. There's Kavon, 1-1. 0-2 count. Called strike 2. Kavon winds and deals the inside corner. Slow grounder foul up the third base line. Fans, no balls, 2 start to come to their feet. Martin trying to urge Kavon on for the final strike. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Oh, 2 again. Womack stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout of Elkins. On 2 strikes again. The infield back, the outfield straight up. The medium game for Kavon. Pitch in the dirt in the midst of her 5th inning ball 2. Right-hander 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. There's K number 9. 2 down here in the 5th, and the 3rd straight pinch hitter for the Tigers. The pitch is going to be Benayo Womack. Just off the outside. Pitch hitting for the Austin native Abby Smith, who struck out looking back in the 3rd. Keith Kearney said no. And the count now full on Womack. First pitch to Womack is a strike at the belt of the outer half. Payoff pitch. Fouled back to the top of the screen. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. An 11-run Texas lead. Still 3-2. 0-1 offering. Up and away for 2 strikeouts to start the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming back from the first 2 batters for Auburn, scoring in the first inning. Tresvik on deck. On 1-1. Called strike 2. That's the inside corner. Fans start to come to their feet. They urge Kavon on for the final strike. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Womack stays alive. Two strikes again. The infield back, the outfield straight up, and medium down. Pitch in the dirt. Gets the ball 2. 2-2 count. Kavon with the sign, the pitch. Just off the outside, the crowd wanted strike 3. Keith Kearney said no. And the count now full on Womack. Payoff pitch. Fouled back to the top of the screen.
Still 3-2. After 2 strikeouts to start the inning.